What's up, Gemini gang? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. We're going to do a love reading for you guys. Love, romance, things of that sort. Of course, you can choose to view it through the lens of family or career, but I am going to pull cards for love, specifically Gemini's love life. Let's see what the universe wants to tell you. Please come into this reading with an open heart, an open mind, a desire to better yourself. If you're not feeling motivated, empowered, inspired, or getting confirmations on things you were already thinking or feeling, this might not be your reading. I encourage you to check back in the future, but also give these messages time to resonate. That's important as well. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. Let's do it. Geminis in love, looking for love. Ooh, I feel like, yeah, let's definitely look at what that is. See how that doesn't match the deck? Death. All right. You guys may be exiting or ending some sort of cycle with a person. This could also just be a huge timestamp of Scorpio season, right? There may be something coming in with a Sagittarius, or again, that you could be bookending something, ending something with a Sag and moving into a new one. Could also be with a person who has strong Scorpio in their chart, maybe someone cuspy. I feel like there's a hesitation to leave something behind. Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, actually, I feel like someone may have reached out to you recently or is going to reach out to you, but you are very, dare I say, Gemini, like kind of indecisive. Like, I don't know if it's half in, half out. I almost get like a bittersweet, like I want to, but I know I can't. And I'm not sure why that is. Maybe some of you know instantly. Maybe this person already has another person, but they're unhappy in their marriage and wanting to reach out to you. Like, I just get this sort of, you're at a crossroads of what you know you should do versus what your heart wants, or something of the sort. So what is, yeah, it might be a third party thing, or it doesn't have to be that, but there's something about this person can't give you what you need, or what you want, right? Maybe they have their hands full, so try as they might to kind of reach out and give you a little bit. I don't know, for some reason it's just not meeting your standards. So I think I want to ask you, do you have too high of standards? Or more than likely, is it just that you like pieces of this person, but, you know, the grand picture, right? When we don't break it down into just the facts and the details, when we think larger picture, larger concept into the future, could this person actually provide you with the stability you need to have sort of a successful relationship? I think some of you know deep down that that's probably not something they're capable of at this time. And so maybe you are going to try building elsewhere, or try building alone. This is a big card of teamwork, and there's something to me about I'm almost getting like you wish you could change the things you don't like about this person, but you know, you're a realist and you know that's not a great way to start or be in a relationship wanting to change or fix your person. You have to kind of let them, you know, show up and do the work themselves, and it's possible they may reach out again in the future, because I do feel like this person still has interest in you, but for some reason or another, I think your gut, your instinct is telling you it doesn't have a place in your life for the time being. But I really do see you struggling with that final sort of nail in the coffin, or however you want to say it. I think I see some of you struggling with letting it go and not second guessing yourself. This person seems very ambivalent or very, you know, mutable air, right? Changeable. But give yourself credit though too, because even though your mind may fluctuate or go back and forth, or you may not trust that you made the right decision, know that you are incredibly adaptable. So if you give yourself some time, earth energy, be patient with yourself to grow accustomed to this new way of living, or this new chapter, this new way of doing something, and maybe without this person in your life, you are very adaptable. You will find your footing, but be patient with yourself, okay? Anything else I need to tell Gemini here, or should we move on? Let's see. So what's the deal? Because this person seems to be quite somber too. Like they're trying to get you to message them back, or to get you to go, yeah, thank you. They're kind of indecisive too, though. They may say one thing and do another, or there's a lot of like, oh, I'm going to change my behavior, I'm going to change my ways, but then their actions don't match their words. Then it's like they about face and they go back to the way they used to do things. Or, you know, this could be someone who maybe struggles with addiction issues, or, you know, again, something about them that it's not to say that you're judging them in a cruel way, but it's just like, I just can't do that anymore. Like, I can't be the parent of my, you know, lover who acts like a child. It could be something like that, like you're having to set more firm boundaries. And I just think, again, with the death card, it does indicate the ending of a cycle. Now you can look at that and say maybe it will be a rebirth of something new in the future, but it may actually be a rebirth of you and sort of your standards, what you're willing to put up with in a relationship. And it could be that when you kind of, again, adjust and give yourself time to grow accustomed to this new change in your life, you may actually magnetize or attract or manifest exactly what it is you're looking for. Again, something with a Sag or a Scorpio might factor into this. What is this person looking at? Yeah, like they have a lot of cards that quite literally are moving in the opposite direction from you. For some of you, this could even be a situation where distance came between the relationship, and so try as you might to keep it long distance, you can only have so many phone calls, over the phone versus being in person and actually having that sort of, physical relationship too. That just might be an option now. So tell me more about what Gemini's advice or guidance is here. They do have a lot of cards about off in the distance. Typically, this is a card about moving on, but I get this changeability with this person. You might be dealing with another Gemini too, of like, okay, that's it. We're going to move away from each other. We're going to date new people. But then they're like, hey, how you doing? And it's like, it's confusing. It's very confusing. And I think it's confusing to you in terms of what their intentions are. But I think your own actions, again, you're second guessing things these are just coming right out. Love yourself first. Honor your inner child, Treat yourself the way the younger version of you needed to be treated. Instill those important lessons and values about self-love, but also the ability to be open and vulnerable. I think that's really important. If you were lucky enough to have a childhood where you were allowed and permitted to express yourself and be creative and imaginative and artistic, those are qualities that really show up when we see the Page of Cups. And something about this, it's like, it lacked that sort of fun, magical element, and maybe it felt like that at first, but it's almost like you got plowed over by the wave. It's like you got drowned in this because all of a sudden there was all this responsibility on you, or you were the one trying to maintain it. Do you understand what I mean? It's like it looks so sweet, but that wave is about to crash and she's about to eat shit there, right? And I think that gets old. So again, I think it's saying your standards might be too low. The Page, right? I mean, I would rather see Gemini showing up as a queen or a king, right? Or a major arcana. This is cute, but I think it's saying honor your inner child and be protective of your heart. I think that's important. Don't just give it to anybody who's wishy-washy about how they feel, or again, say they're going to do something but have terrible follow-through. We need to aim higher. It's possible a child might factor into this too. Maybe this person has another family elsewhere and they have responsibilities, in which case, you're always going to be kind of second banana, second fiddle, however you want to say it. Do people ever even use those terms anymore? Yeah, so for some of you, that's definitely it. This person may have a whole other life or a whole other family. I don't think that's a secret. I'm not getting any sort of you don't know this. So if that's not your story, then, if this person isn't married with children, this card doesn't mean that to you. There isn't any secrecy there. I actually think this person is pretty forward, but it's like they're very idealistic and hopeful of, oh, well, someday we'll be together. That someday is like off in the distance. And yeah, I don't see this person changing their ways in a timeline that suits you. So I think you're being asked to put yourself out there again, and with the optimism of meeting new people, connecting with new people who you share a nice emotional connection with, like an intuitive connection. So what does this Ten of Cups mean to you? What is your fairy tale ending? What is your Cinderella story? I know at one point in time, some of you may have looked at this and been like, oh, but this person is so good and I see a future with them. But it's almost like you have to ground yourself in the here and now and not get too swept away, pun intended, with the idea of Fantasyland and what could be. Your Cinderella story, whatever that is for you, your fairy tale ending, does need to be based in reality. Practical, earthly, tangible things you can reach out and touch. Yeah, if this person's at a distance, the idea that someday we'll be together, oh my gosh, it's so good, but who's in your life now? When you get home at the end of the day, who's there supporting you and being your champion and your cheerleader and vice versa? It's almost like we have to take someone off a pedestal because we thought they were going to fill a certain role in our life, or we had a certain expectation of where they would fit in. And for one reason or another, I think the universe is saying, I don't think that's the one, at least not right now. So really ask yourself again, without putting someone on a pedestal, who do you envision yourself being with in the future? Now, whether that involves marriage or kids, that's different for all of you, right? That's not everyone's Cinderella story. Maybe for some of you, it's not even living with them, right? Maybe you're into dating and being exclusive, but you don't need to have any sort of formal, we share this property or we share this thing. For some of you, that's an absolute, right? Your Cinderella story is unique to you. I'm not here to tell you what that should be or anything like that. But again, there's something to do with like the vision, very Sagittarian, the vision, the larger concept, right? Versus the practicality of, but what is it now? Where is this person? Well, you know what I mean? You guys get it. And regarding their sort of vision of the future, is there one other piece of advice we could give Gemini? 8 of Cups. It's scary to walk away from what is known and what is familiar, but it doesn't mean how do I want to phrase this? Because you don't know what the future holds, we often sort of reject the idea that things could get better, but I think the universe is saying, no, Gemini, like it could get a whole lot better, but it is a card of bravery, walking away from what is emotionally void, what is empty, or it doesn't have to be negative. What has built us up and supported us to this point, right? Maybe it's this person, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just you practicing a lot of self-love and getting to a point where you're more aware and able to express authentically what you want in relationships. It's gotten you this far, but this isn't where it ends. This, death card, right? Something ends here, but there's more for you to pursue elsewhere, but it does involve movement. It does involve change and being able to release the need to hold on to things. Again, thinking something is your fairy tale ending or whatever you want to say, the Cinderella story, we're not quite there yet. So don't give up, but also don't project kind of this negative perception that, the future is unknowable and I don't trust it. And like your ability to take risks and immerse yourself in something new and different, I would imagine you learned that from this person. Maybe that's why you were attracted to them in the first place, especially Sagittarian type energy, forever optimistic and buoyant and hopeful and energetic. You need to do that for yourself because that's how you're going to end up with whoever this represents. And again, this doesn't have to be your forever person, but this could be a match in the near future for you that actually is very compatible, would bring you a lot of happiness, right? And most importantly, they would actually be in your life. It wouldn't be this sort of across the seas, across the ocean, or however you want to put it, emotionally distant person. Someone who's literally right there by your side. All right. Children, your love life is being affected by children. So for some of you, you'll know what that is. And then attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Living in the moment. Again, the reality, the practical. Stop and smell the roses. Yeah, I think that's important. And then I never get to use this deck, so I'm gonna foray into the Hidden Truth Oracle. What would this person say to Gemini if they could? Messages for their best and highest good. Does Gemini need to hear anything about this person that it seems like it's bittersweet? They have trouble letting them go, but they know deep down this person isn't completely compatible or right for them at the moment. What can I tell Gemini? What would this person say? I am becoming a better person, and I bury myself in my work to forget you. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not terribly surprised because I do think this person wants to reach out to you. But even if they do, even if they currently are, again, there's still this almost like about face of what they promise they're going to do or what they say they're going to improve. Like, it's admirable, but again, like, don't tell me your idea, show me your proof, show me your evidence, show me your success. This is like it's like this is an idea guy. He's got all these ideas, all these great ideas. And I mean, that can be very infectious, right? That kind of personality of just, there's a lot going on and it's wild and it's exciting, but wild and exciting kind of gets old pretty fast. Eventually you're like, but what are you actually doing? When are you gonna, like, wands, action, when are you gonna take action and implement this game plan? I think the universe at minimum is saying maybe step away from this for the time being because something might surprise you, right? And that could mean multiple people or multiple areas, but you might surprise yourself too. You may look back on this a few months from now and realize just how much you were settling or negotiating, what's the word? Minimizing your own needs in this relationship. I almost get the idea that you were almost like the caretaker in this relationship, and yeah, you don't want to date someone who's a child. Maybe that's what this means. Maybe you're naturally attracted to people who have this youthful spirit, but in reality, they quite literally are immature, right? It could be something like that. All right, let's do one more quick storyline for Gemini. Gem. All right. How are we doing for time? 15. All right, let's make this a quick one. Harley Spencer, Badass Tarot. Let's do it. Can I get a new, different storyline for Geminis in love, Geminis looking for love, dating, romance, etc.? Page of Pentacles. I just heard freedom. I don't know what that means. Oh no, this is just their ex coming back. Yeah, this is bad news, you guys. All right, real quick. You finally get out of something that was very difficult. It felt like you were stuck in a rut, and maybe you were overly reliant on this relationship being in your life, and then you step away from it and realize, oh, I didn't need that person at all. I'm good. And yet you're still holding on to some sort of memory of them. You may have kept some sort of totem or an article of clothing, or I don't know, like a letter they wrote you. So again, it's like, it's this half in, half out. Like I am walking away. I'm never dealing with them again, but I am going to keep that sentimental, piece of treasure in my box. Just, which, whatever. You can do that. But then when they call you, they really disrupt your life. And it could be because they already are involved with someone. Like you might be plan B. Or again, someone who they like to talk to you, they like the attention, but when it comes to committing, it's like, I don't know, this just kind of gives me the willies. And so even in a more metaphoric sense, it puts you in a very uncomfortable position of, again, feeling weighed down by this. Like it doesn't lift you up. It doesn't make you soar. You don't get butterflies every time they text you. It's kind of like, oh, I thought I just got out of this and now they're pulling me back in. And this could even be with a unhealthy relationship between parent and child too. You may have a child that's very, financially dependent on you, and you finally get them off, and they're going to college, they're doing their thing, and then they call you back and it's like, Mom, I need help. Understanding healthy boundaries. God, Gemini, it's not a fun one. Spirit, can I get any happy messages for Gemini? I mean, I actually do like the first one. I think it's very solid advice. That just seemed like, I don't know, understanding that you need to draw a line in the sand with exes. When people cross the line with you, you don't have to take them back. You don't owe them anything. You don't even owe them an explanation, right? If you truly love and respect this person, I understand you wanting to express what's going on. But again, if they're not following suit and then meeting you halfway, see you later, right? Okay, there's the Star card. I do like that. Ships are coming in. Something with an Aquarius. Something kind of sexy with an Aquarius. What's going on here? But, I don't know. They're interesting. Polar opposites. So you have the Sun and Aquarius. You do have two luminaries. So it's really interesting. It's like heat and then ice. Fire and ice. Or, I don't know, fire and water. When this came out, I almost said, but they're icy cold. But this looks really kind of like hot and passionate, right? So I don't know. There's a part of them where it's like they're on and off. I think this person has a very high sex drive, but again, I'm wondering, is there substance to it? Like, I want to see some earth energy here. Is there substance? Let's see. The Fool. The Nine of Wands. You guys, come on. Oh, Gemini. Help me out here, Spirit. We want some positive messages here. You might just be connecting with a lot of players right now. I don't know. I do love the Sun card. Okay, yeah, the Sun card is cool. If you're dealing with a Leo, that has some potential. Somebody here is accident prone. Or it's just like bad shit always happens to them, but it's kind of their own fault because they don't look where they're going. There could be some new connection coming in with a Leo. And there could just be a person you've had to have a conversation with over and over and over again. And you respectfully ask them, please don't do that anymore because of X, Y, and Z. And that they find themselves doing it again. And so I just think you're done with it. And if you're not, Spirit is done with it. Spirit is like, bitch, please, throw up the walls with this one, because it's like they're taking you down with them. This dude's trying to take a selfie on some crazy tall building, right? And it's like you're watching it just holding your breath, oh my God, I can't look, they're gonna fall. But maybe the sexual chemistry is really good. I don't know, but there's something about this where it's breakable, it's fragile, it's ice. You don't want to tumble into these mountains of ice. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna walk away with some bruises and cuts. And I feel like that's sort of what this is saying. But again, it's sort of that dynamic earlier. Well, they're so fun, they're so innovative, they're so creative, they're so fresh, they love being the center of attention, they love your attention, and maybe they give a lot of it to you, right? Maybe this person shines a light on you and it makes you feel all warm. But then again, there's something about this that it's like, but it's kind of dangerous, or it's not good for you. I don't know. So where does this offer come? Okay, I think what this is saying is you are dealing with someone who's fickle. It's like they turn on a dime. First they're hot, then they're cold. And I don't know why. Again, this might not have anything to do with third party stuff. It doesn't have to be that, but it's like they turn it on when they want, and then they can turn it off and go silent on you for like weeks at a time. So it's very fucking confusing. Like that would drive me nuts. But again, I'm not you, Gemini. So if that's cool with you, and maybe this is just like a friends with benefits thing where every couple weeks or every couple months, okay, that's fine. Again, the message still stands though. I think the universe is like, really? We're still doing this? Because the thing is, I think the universe wants better for you. There's that death card again. This whole idea of, yeah, fuck it, why not? I think universe is saying, why? Not why not. Like, why aren't you aiming higher? Why aren't you raising the bar? Because I think the universe is saying, I have so much respect for you, but this person doesn't match it. So like, put faith in me. Trust in me that I'm guiding you to a person who can actually give you some support, who can, who makes promises and keeps them, or who delivers on what they say they're going to do. If we were to separate these, I would say the Fool being kind of brand new energy, maybe Aries energy, maybe a different Aquarius, because this might be a Leo or an Aquarius, I'm not sure. If anything, it's saying you guys are like polar opposites. You're like night and day. So maybe it's a Sag too. I don't know. Typically the Fool card is something fresh. It's brand new, right? So it's possible that you may have an earth sign coming in the next couple weeks. You may connect with someone on a dating app. If you admire confidence in other people, that's something you need to adopt for yourself. That's the whole point of you connecting with people who they act like they don't have a care in the world and they carry themselves so well. So maybe some of you kind of really have that heavy Mercury energy where it makes you kind of nervous, or it makes you kind of jittery or on edge or butterflies. There's a need to like calm your mind and step into your own confidence, into your own bravery. And again, manifest a partner that truly deserves you, that honors and respects you, right? I do like these cards, so if this is a different storyline, I do like where this is heading. You had that card earlier, right? Attraction. You attract romantic love by fully enjoying this moment. I was going to say by truly respecting yourself, you garner the attention, the admirers, the respect from others. Those are the type of people you want in your life, right? Because the thing is, you have substance with what you're bringing. It's not sort of this flighty, flaky, I'm going to brush all my problems under the rug and just emote confidence. You actually have it, but I'm almost getting the opposite. Some of you might be rather humble, or you have a lot to be proud of, but for some reason you diminish your value. And I think universe is saying, no. Like we have to raise our vibe here. There is a need to like call attention to yourself. And I don't know if it has to be in like a really obvious everybody look at me way, because that, whether that's you or not is besides the point. I think sometimes that sort of bleeds insecurity. So maybe you're one end of the spectrum or the other. Own who you are and be confident, but I don't think you have to like shout it from a rooftop. But also, I'm not here to say you can't, right? Maybe that's how you're going to catch a good one. But yeah, the actions have to match the word, and there has to be more substance to who you're connecting with. Unless you are completely... what is a good word for it? Content with sort of this fly-by-night, when it's convenient for your person thing. But I don't think it would be coming up in your reading as this if you are totally cool with this. I don't know. I just, raise your standards. That's sort of what I think. All right, Gemini, I'm going to wrap it there. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Tell your friends. If you want to book a personal reading, you can do so by clicking on my Etsy link that is in the description box below. Or you can shoot me an email and I can get kind of a better understanding of what you're looking for, and we can cater something more towards your needs regarding your tarot reading. Other than that, I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, Gemini.